A very warm welcome to the sixth and last game of the Continental Cup, second round here at the fabulous Capital FM Arena. It's winner take all. It's Sunday showdown time at the Capital FM Arena. Panthers and Riga have both won their previous games against The Hague and the Spanish champions Bipola Vitoria Gestets. So the winner of this one goes to Italy, to the mountains, and to round three, and that in effect is the semi-finals of this year's Continental Cup, ice hockey's equivalent of the European Cup in soccer. Panthers are at full strength for this one. Riga are just about at full strength as well. The referee is from Poland. Can I remind you that this DVD is sold under license for home use only. It's covered by copyright. No part of it can be broadcast, nor edited, nor displayed in any way, shape or form without written permission from the club. When you're ready, Steve. Chris Ellis joins me, Gary Moran in the commentary box, Steve Wilkinson and ever reliable on the camera lens. Our referee is a geezer from Poland. Juices is in nets for the visitors. Kowalski in nets for Nottingham. A place in the semi-finals at stake, and it would be the first time in the club's rich and long and traditional history that we've reached that stage of such a prestigious tournament.
So referee Marzuk from Poland to go down to drop the first face-off. And for the Nottingham Panthers, it is Brandon Benedict who comes out the better in the end in the face-off circle. And Murray will give it forward on the backhand, David Clark. And Riga will try and get the puck out the zone, which they do so. Murray, great noise in the NIC. It's won there by Murray once more into the offensive zone. The Latvians are going to come now. They go on a line change already, so do Nottingham. And Clark will come forward, right-hand side. Bring it around the boards, gets a slash as well as he goes past the Riga player. And this now is Francis, who gloves it down, comes away from one player, now goes left-hand side. Holds on to possession, goes towards the net. There's Salters, just can't get the puck under control, so it's cleared by Zviskis. And Lakovic goes into his own zone and gives it to Norton, does he? No, in the end it deflects to Craig Kowalski, who then goes to Norton. Not too
well, there's
firm
no
there.
doubt in the Latvians want this one.
Yeah.
They're throwing hits. This guy, Sarkanis, thinks he's tough.
Lakovic, and we're going to see a penalty.
Mystery call. Henley for interference.
He's not happy about that. 1:08 gone. First penalty of the night. Henley, as Gary says, for interference. He's still complaining. Got to be careful. Took a misconduct yesterday.
He got 10 minutes for 3 claps of the hand.
Is that what it was?
He went clap, clap, clap to the ref and got 10 minutes for it. Well, however bad the Polish referee is today, Chris, he can't be any worse than that geezer from Denmark in the earlier game.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game. Well, I did watch it, but I didn't watch it in enough detail. I was writing. So Nottingham on the penalty kill. And already you feel it's an important penalty kill. This side from Riga have come out feisty and hard, and they look busy. Nottingham on the penalty kill here with Lynn Loynes doing well. Benedict now in the corner. Benedict holds on to possession. Backhand for Loynes, and Loynes will use the opportunity now, and Benedict will, to probably, well, one will go off the ice, and they both will now. Riga come forward around the boards, but Nottingham do enough. It's rung back around those boards. The zone isn't cleared, though. Lakovic has it left-hand side. 2 minutes gone in the game, 1:10 to go in the power play for Riga.
Halfway through the penalty kill, Panthers doing well, good forechecking when they can, but always sensibly, good hockey IQ as they call it these days, dropping back when they needed to.
Riga come forward left-hand side. It's then picked up far side by Sarkanis, who's had a good tournament. 50 seconds to go on the 5-on-4 for Riga. Being cheered on by some noisy supporters as well. On the blue line they have it now. Shot from distance, and it is saved there. Shot was by Zviskis. And there was a little bit of afters, but nothing too much to mention. 0-0.
Well, the Polish referee giving the two Panthers guys, Francis and Murray, a lecture there and wagging his finger at them. Their job is to make sure no one gets near to Craig Kowalski. The whistle had clearly gone, and the players in the white shirts from Riga were intimidating the goalkeeper. So Chris Murray said, "You've had your 2 seconds grace, now get out of his face." The referee should be wagging his finger at the Riga players, but there again, he's from the Eastern Bloc, isn't he? Just like them.
30 seconds to go in the power play situation for Riga. They come into the offensive zone now, but Panthers do enough to put him off, although that weak shot was spilled by Kowalski, and he had to go down to the second attempt to make the save.
Yeah, 2:49 gone. A little bit of a juggle, nothing too serious. 20 seconds till the big guy gets out of the box for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Clearly the best two teams in the competition. Clearly both want to go through to the semi-finals. They're both trying, they're both giving it what they've got straight off the bat. And if the Latvian coach's attitude towards the cleaners here at the NIC is anything to go by, there's going to be some good effort put in by each team.
Okay, Group D, Asiago, 22nd to the 24th. Kazakhstan and teams from Kazakhstan and Russia and Italy await in the next stage. Panthers back to full strength. That shot just flashes across the crease from Rosinskis. So Nottingham and Riga now playing 5-on-5 hockey. A Latvian player loses his stick.
Well, he nearly lost his right leg as well. He left it out, and it was Brent Henley he stuck it out on,
okay.
So that's why he lost the stick.
Great atmosphere in this building. Side from Riga making noise. Panthers fans making noise as well. They realise what a big game this is. As Gary said earlier, first time in the history a place in the third round awaits. Panthers, of course, went into the final day a few years ago in Amiens with a chance, but then a backup netminder in a different game paid to that when Milan ran up a scoreline. But here it's in their own hands, very much so. Any sort of a win, regulation, overtime, penalty shots, whoever is the winner in this game will go through.
The Spanish side finished fourth. Game effort, though. They only got beat 5-3 in the third place playoff, which is in effect what it turned out to be this afternoon. Hague won by 5-3, but Bipola, Vitoria Gasteiz, also scored as the hooter went.
Yep.
Just a second after the hooter went, officially 5-3, but that Spanish side did themselves proud.
Yeah, and they should be very proud of their efforts. And they had a great tournament, and it was what we expected. Best two teams in the tournament on paper playing off for a place in the third round. It's been a end-to-end start, no massive scoring chances, but maybe one for Riga here. And when the shot comes in from right side, Kowalski uses his glove and makes the save.
Now you see Tom Norton just guided 22 away from the back of Craig Kowalski's net. 22 then cross-checked Tom Norton in the back. And it was right in front of the referee. Why isn't he having a little lecture? Why isn't he wagging his finger now? This is what we're talking about. Consistency. That's all the teams crave.
That's all you're asking for, and that's a fair point. 4:47 gone in a period which has probably been shaded by Riga, but don't forget they've had that power play. Face-off win Nottingham. Anderson for Ryan. Ryan will go right-hand side. Wren will drive the net, but Ryan goes himself. Deflected wide. Ryan picks it up behind the net. Oh, unlucky. I thought he was going to find the man. I think it was Boxer was going towards the net. The Boxer tries to get back and does skate back, but then Steve Lee does enough to fend off the attack.
Good job by Boxell getting back there, and also a great job by Steve Lee, because it was technically a 3-on-2.
Oh, now Wren's going to the box. Again, I can't comment because I didn't see it. Maybe you did, Gary. But Wren is going to the box. 2 minutes for roughing.
5:15 gone. Panthers back on the penalty kill. Our DVD coverage is brought to you in association with Virgin Active, the club's fitness and health centre. If you're looking to get fit, get yourself down to Virgin Active. It's a good price, it's a great gym, and you might bump into your favourite Panther there as well.
14:45 on the clock, so that's to go in period one. Nottingham and Riga, 0-0. Bob Wren in the box, 2 minutes for roughing. Nottingham have to kill another penalty. That's fallen nice for them. Could be a 2-on-1 break. Francis and Lakovic drive. Francis shoots, and Matt Francis has scored the opening goal of the game. What a tournament he's having. 3 goals on Saturday night, and he scores the first here, short-handed. Panthers 1, Riga 0.
Little interception, two-man breakaway, Franny down the right. Bobby Lakovic riding shotgun. Would he pass? Would he shoot? Keeper didn't know what to do. D-man didn't know what to do. Matt Francis knew what to do. He put the puck in the back of the net. The Panthers have taken a step towards the semi-finals.
You just had a feeling he was going to score. It got Lakovic up with him, but he didn't need him. And Matt Francis scores a massive, massive goal, short-handed. And this arena is buzzing. It may not be full, but it feels full. It is buzzing. Nottingham closer to a place in the third round. But a long, 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 long way to go. But they have that advantage, the advantage that they would have craved. But don't forget, the Latvians have a power play. Bit of afters. The man there, 83, just fell over, lost his footing, and seemed to be annoyed about that.
He fell over because Craig Kowalski put the paddle down and took his blade away from it. And he got away with
really?
it. I think this referee is wonderful. No, Craig Kowalski tripped him and he went into the boards. Well, we're getting the finger wagging again from the pole. Maybe that's finger dancing, you know, pole dancing, finger dancing, I don't know.
So Nottingham leading by 1-0. What a great start to the game. What a great start for Nottingham. But they have to be on the back foot here as Paziskas comes forward. That's offside.
Well, it was a mile offside. The Latvian players are finishing their hits, but they finish them with their elbows up high. And I'm surprised that they get away with that in a game sanctioned by the IIHF. You know, with the teams don't go to the referees' meetings, you don't see how they're told, what they're advised to do, how to call it. It's been very hard to get a steer on how they've been told to call it from the way they've called it. But the penalty killing from the Panthers so far has been exceptional in this period.
Been phenomenal. And here's the Francis and Lakovic who broke for that first goal of the night. Only 50 seconds to go on the 5-4 situation. Big hit on the boards, frees the puck up for Ryan. Now Francis. Francis will just touch it in. That's a penalty, and the tripping will get called. Player tries to feign his innocence, but that was very clear.
Skuratov stuck his leg out. He'll be lucky if he gets away with tripping. He's got 2 for tripping. The penalty comes at 6:34. Panthers will end up on a power play for 1 minute and 19 seconds after this short 41-second spell of 4-on-4. And Chris Ellis has a look of absolute admiration at my mathematical skills.
Absolutely. Well, the 41 seconds was easy, but the other bit was a bit harder. The key to something like that is to be working it out while you're talking. It's never easy. Murray, room right side. Shot comes in. Netminder makes the save.
Having heard about the way the Latvian coach was complaining about a bin which his side had filled after it had been emptied previously, and the way he was ranting and raving about it and flapping his arms, no wonder these guys tried to do exactly as he asked them to do on the ice. Because never mind hairdryer treatment, he goes out and gets the council rubbish truck round. Runs you over.
So, 4-on-4 for 30 more seconds. And 13 minutes to go, period 1. Lakovic just doesn't get the hard pass. It was a hard pass from Stevie Lee, to be fair. Couldn't get it under control, but what it did do is touch the puck into the offensive zone and ate up more time, so it didn't matter one little bit. And there is only 5 seconds of 4-on-4, and Nottingham will then have that man advantage, which they do now. Lakovic into the offensive zone, shoots, takes a deflection. Going to be an offensive face-off for Nottingham.
Linesman Perry caught it on the skate. It fell not kindly for Panthers. They came through, but the D-man needed to get the stick down there to deflect it upstairs into the netting, because Panthers were in 3-on-2 if the stick handled in. They were towards the end of the shift though, so they wanted to get the snapshot away, see if any crumbs came back off the keeper. Nothing that time, but they've got possession in the attack zone, and they're on the power play now.
Power play. Thought that was going to fall nicely for Wren, but it took a deflection. Nottingham now have a chance of over a minute left still of a power play situation. And Weaver will keep it in left side. Try and ring it round the boards, but can't do so. Can't find his man on the board, so line change for Nottingham and for Riga. Wren on the backhand for Weaver. Weaver goes offensive now. Nottingham moving it around nicely. Caprero just keeps it under control. Gets it back from Weaver. Clark wants it. Wren wants it. Time. Wren shoots high, glove side, and that's wide.
Not far off though, was it? It was just a tiny postage stamp size corner of the net available to him, and he had to go for it, and he put a lot of effort into it. It was a very fast flowing wrist action to get the shot away. He snapped the trigger and it was just off target.
Francis rings it around the boards. Lakovic. Nottingham have possession. A power play for 10 more seconds. Lakovic for Weaver. Weaver through traffic. Saved by the netminder. Clark was there, Benedict was there, but there was no rebound.
Good net manning by Maris Users. He took the first shot from Weaver. If he'd spilled anything, there were two Panthers sticks coming in to try and knock it in the back of the net. As it was, he held on, and his defensemen were looking over their shoulders to see what was happening. They should be watching the forwards coming in, not looking over their shoulders. They have a specific job to do in that circumstance. As it was, the keeper held on, so there was nothing for him to worry about.
The short power play for Nottingham is over. We're going to see two players going to the box. They tussled on the boards, and they're both going to the box. Can't quite see who it is it?
Box is sponsored by Solutions for Accounting. Think business software, think solutions, and when the multiplier don't get enough flat, the away box is sponsored.
But it's Salters and
Manufacturers of mud flaps and other injection moldings.
23. Nimanis. And we'll see what they go for.
Neimanis sits down in the AJKM sponsored away team penalty box. Mud flaps and other injection mouldings from them. And when things don't add up, think Sage, think business solutions, think Solutions for Accounting. Sponsors the Panthers home penalty box, where Lee Salters has to sit down for a couple of minutes. He's called the penalties even, and he's making the face-off come down to Nottingham's end of the ice.
Why would that be?
And now the Latvians are swapping players because they were expecting, quite rightly, the face-off to be in their end of the ice where the alleged offences took place. At best, at worst, the Latvians should have got it just out over the blue line. Coach Corey Nielsen is flapping his arms and tapping his head saying, why?
Well, they're both going to go 2 for roughing. I still don't understand why play was brought all the way down there. It was 4-on-4. Unless there's a rule that I'm missing somewhere. I don't get that. I could understand if it was a Riga power play. Their rules have been introduced in the last couple of years. But 4-on-4, I thought it would have stayed the same place. But
1:52 of 4-on-4 to come. We're at the 8:50 stage of the game.
the Mastiff's still going well, Gary. Well, you see, to me, Stevie Lee could have gone for roughing there, and he let that one go. Anderson and Lee. That was going to be a penalty. Lee there with a cross check. Now we've got a bit of a free-for-all. Got to be careful here. Players just tying each other up.
Watch Bob Wren at the back post.
Here we go. Here we go. Fight going. These two are probably going to get thrown out of the game, though. But Bob Wren is going toe-to-toe here.
No,
with the
it's
Latvian.
Matt Ryan.
So Matt Ryan, I beg your pardon. With the Latvian there. Maskovicevs. And the two of them are trading punches. And Bob Ryan is going with some big rights. The Latvian's trying to come back with some rights of his own. And Ryan is going. Now there's two more going. Bob Wren is going with someone. With number 91, Skortovos. And Wren's going. And here we go.
Bob Wren's a real tough cookie. Bob Wren was quite happy to hold the guy off.
Now, if it's still the same rules, and Ryan's already gone down the tunnel, Ryan and Wren could be gone from this game. I think if you have a fight, you're chucked.
I wouldn't trust this referee to call it 5 minutes for fighting or 2+2s. That's not going to happen. We're going to be short-staffed. But quite rightly, the boys were sticking up for each other. These guys have been coming in, we've already mentioned it, with elbows and sticks very high. And they've not been getting penalised for it. So the sticks and elbows have been getting higher and higher. The boys just want some respect. You disrespect the Nottingham Panthers in our barn, you can expect some retribution. If the referee won't police it, the Panthers will police it.
So we'll wait and see. I could be wrong. I seem to remember Craighead having a fight in Amiens and getting thrown out of the game. Now, that's 8 years ago? So we could have changed. I'm intrigued to see that Ryan's gone down. The referee told him to go down.
It could be cut.
Yeah, it could be, I guess. It could be. Ren's not gone. That's a good sign. But I wouldn't be happy. It would be bad for Nottingham if 2 key players have gone. But as I say, my memory could be fading.
Oh, no, you're dead right. But you know what? I haven't checked my 6 numbers from the lottery last night, and I'm in the same boat right now. This is a lottery. This could go every which way.
I won 25 quid last night.
Did you?
I got that email.
I won 15 quid on a horse called Talent yesterday.
You told me that, yeah. That's a good weekend. No, I got that email this morning. I got all excited. 25 quid's not bad. Well, we know it's serious because Steph Litchfield is leaning out the penalty bench. There's going to be a lot of conversation here.
There's just a lot of information to be passed through a very small hole in the glass. And if the guy's got an accent, it's going to be difficult. Steph probably needs to see his notepad. At least we've got British linesmen who will hopefully be saying, look, this is how it started.
Well, let's wait and see. Drama here. We could see 4 players out the game. We could. We'll know soon. We'll know when we see what happens to Bob Wren. If that door closes with Bob Wren in, we're okay. If Bob Wren steps out, there's 4 in there at the moment. Still the conversations go on.
Well, at the end of the day, they've been trying to get away with everything they can. The coaches sent them out to follow through and use elbows and get the sticks up and all the rest of it. Any hookings and what have you, that's going to be a problem. You're going to get called. So they were trying to get away with stuff.
A new shirt's about to come into your picture for Stevie Lee. There you go. Stevie Lee's shirt must have ripped. So he's got a new shirt. No, Bob Wren's going, I think.
Well, all 4 Panthers players are in the box.
Is Ryan down there?
Well, to be honest, I can't quite work this out because you've got Bob Wren, Steve Lee, Nick Anderson, and Lee Salters in the box. And weren't we playing 4-on-4? We've got 2 penalties on the clock.
I think Salters might have had 2 for a fight.
Salters was already in the box.
Yeah, Wren's been chucked. Yeah, that's all 4 of them gone, I think. Oh dear.
And no one from the Latvian team has been sent off.
Well, they've got to be. They'll be next to go. Their door's not opened. You can see the penalty box official telling them, I think, surely. They're just going to they'll all probably get 5 in games. The staff are telling them now that the Latvians need to go, but they're all going to get 5 for fighting, I think, and game misconducts.
The other thing they'll be doing right now is they'll be down there saying, we don't speak English, we don't know what you want. I think the Latvian captain might be going. Number 7. Begovs.
They're just trying to work out which ones are going, but they are. There's two going. The fans will be a bit confused. That's understandable, but that's IIHF rules.
No, they've not got the team bench.
Well, this will mean more ice time for Salters. Sorry, for Sari and Boxall.
We've got UK officials here who know you escort people off from the away team to the locker room through the door at the iDrive side.
Here we go.
And the arena staff has just woken up to the fact that the gate needs opening in the corner.
So out of that, you're right, Panthers are going on the penalty kill.
The Latvian player's just banging on the glass because there's a problem with the hinge. And the guy is there trying to open it for him.
As a coach, would you be happy that your players have taken those penalties? It's a tough one to call.
I'm more old school than some.
Yeah.
I think they were fine. I think this game needed calming down from the viewpoint that someone could get hurt. I think the boys always have to stick up for themselves. They were trying to protect Kowalski. There was a danger of things happening. The boys are just making a statement. I don't disagree with the 5 in games. I think if you're going to skate around in an opponent's barn and throw elbows up high, you must expect to get some retribution. That's what's happened tonight. Now Panthers have to live without Bob Wren and Matt Ryan. As you say, we've got Sari, we've got Boxall. But we're leading by a goal to nil.
The Latvians have also got to cope without, 2 of their players, and the benches are about the same. Anyway, what an explosive start. And Nottingham, after all that, were on the penalty kill because it was the cross-check that started it all from Stevie Lee. Well, that was the first penalty called. There was plenty of, as you've said, Gary, high sticks and high elbows. Shot comes in from right side, and Kowalski goes down and makes the save. What do you think Coy will do now? Run a short bench, or will we see more of Sari and Boxall?
Well, at the moment, he's going to run a penalty kill unit.
Yeah.
And then he'll rotate as best he can. He's in consultation with Rick Strachan at the back. Rick's just going to rotate the D because the D is intact.
Yeah.
I mean, apart from Nick Anderson. Is it Nick Anderson's in the box? Or Stevie Lee? Stevie Lee's in the box. So Nick Anderson didn't get a penalty out of that.
He's not in the
or
box.
Is he in the corner?
No, he is in the box.
He's in the corner out of sight from us.
Yeah,
below
he
us.
is. He is.
Right. Because to be honest, I thought it was his cross-check that started it. But that was in retaliation to someone just getting too close to the office door.
Exactly. So 4 on 3. Plenty of room for the Latvians. Oh, that hits the pipes. Shot came in there from Yanis Yaks. And he hit the pipes. So Nottingham have another 20 seconds of 4 on 3 to kill. Then there'll be some 5 on 4. Salters is about to come out of the box. And Riga come forward. Well iced there. Penalty.
Well, I thought we might have seen the end of the elbows, but we haven't. But it was Chris Murray that was trying to throw one.
So 2 players return to the ice, 1 from either side.
Good poke check by Lee Salters, broke up that speedy-looking attack down the left wing. Panthers have only got 15 seconds of penalty kill to go.
And we're halfway through a dramatic first period, which, remember, folks, Nottingham are leading by 1 goal to 0, and Anderson will just ice the puck. Those final few seconds are going to be eaten up. And we're going to see...
High sticks. He
high
knocked
sticks.
it out in mid-air. There was no one anywhere near him. There was no danger to anyone. And then it took him about 5 seconds to get to the puck. Played it himself next, and then they blew it down for high stick. But I think the face-off will be in their zone.
And it will. You're right. David Clark still talking to the officials.
We've got a good crowd in, and I can only thank the fans for supporting us across the weekend. But obviously it's not as big as we sometimes get for domestic action. People have missed a cracking weekend. They've missed a cracking game tonight. It's Sunday showdown time. I would have paid for this myself.
Just a bit. And already you've got fans here tonight have had their money's worth. Riga coming forward from right side. Kowalski goes down, makes himself big. But the rebound's going to come out. Oh, just wide.
We're just a little bit distorted because Stevie Lee's come out of the box. We've got 3D on the ice.
Oh, yeah.
Murray, Lee and Weaver. So normally you have 3 forwards and 2D. We've got 3D and 2 forwards, but it's working nicely now.
Caprero coming forward, tries to move, goes one side. Oh, Clark drives the net and it just went to one side of him.
They're still sticking players behind after attempts at hits. You know, with a chop across the back of the legs and an elbow. And there was one there on Murray as he was getting off the ice.
Drop pass Weaver for Clark. Clark shoots. Netminder saves.
No doubting whatsoever. The boys in black and gold want this one. We've got 8:10 to go. We've had 9 minutes and 50 seconds of Continental Cup deciding action. Sunday showdown time. Should have started this one at high noon.
So Sari's out there. First time in the game. He at the moment is on a line with Loins and Salters. 8:10 to go. Period 1. 1-0 Nottingham. They scored short-handed.
Fur and feathers, but when East meets West, it often happens, doesn't it, Chris? The Cold War may have thawed a number of years ago, but it's still freezing cold in parts of Canada, I can tell you that.
So Loins doesn't come out best in that face-off. Sari finishes check on the boards. Norton's out there in the corner. Sari chases after the puck. And then Riga clear it with Janis Jaks. Big hit on the boards, I think it was, from Salters. Salters once more. Looks to go inside, and then his pass was rather astray to Loins.
Well, if Sari does end up getting a lot of ice, here we go. Oh, poke check, rebound. Panthers try to get out the way of the keeper. You see, that's the difference. Look, the Riga players don't want to know. You just sort yourselves out. Our players are brought up to get them out of the office door, get them away from the keeper. If Sari does end up getting lots of ice time tonight, there'll be a couple of very happy spectators because his parents are over this weekend.
Oh, wonderful, are they? That's fantastic. So we see the line out now. Well, Boxall's joined Lakovic and Francis now. The good thing is, because of the way the Continental Cup rules work, Nottingham have had the extra import to your Elite League 11, and of course with Boxall, so they can still now ice 9 forwards. 3.
Yeah, no disrespect to Sari. You wouldn't pick him ahead of Wren or Ryan at any point, but useful addition. Not a bad little grand on an ITC spend there.
Yeah, and now it comes on to his own, because if you didn't have him, you'd be down to 8 forwards.
Or one of the D-men, someone like Brent Henley, who's been known to play forward, would have had to convert and go and become a winger.
We'll wait and see. Play quite scrappy in centre ice now, but Latvia come forward, shot. Oh, that's high and wide. Good chance in the end there for Siskins. Boxall picks it up over the red line. He is just hustled out of that one.
Good steal.
Francis wins it. What can he do? One attempt, tries again. Netminder makes a save.
See, the problem there is guys are having to grab opponents' elbows and pull them down out of teammates' faces.
They're very high, and they've been high all game. Clark, Benedict, and Caprero on this line now. .6:42 to go. Period 1. We've had a goal, we've had 2 fights, 4 guys thrown out, 2 from either side.
At least he balanced the books.
Yep, well, I don't think he had much choice. Good work from Caprero.
If I'd been the ref, 2 + 2s for roughing.
It's a shame in a way to throw 4 quality players from the game, but rules are rules, but you know, you can't deny it. And I guess the guys...
It's an elite league rule for 5 for fighting.
Yeah.
That's elite league rule. That's not IHF. IHF has to be 2 plus 2 for roughing or a 5 engage.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, of course. There's no second chances really, is there?
Unlike the elite league where 3 fights and you're out. Riga coming forward, but Henley does enough. Shot comes in from the slot.
Clip the back of Tom Norton's skate.
Tom Norton's had a good weekend. Just done everything that I think his coach would have asked him to do. There is a spare man in the slot, but it doesn't go nicely for him. So Boxall will break with Salters. There's 2 men back for Riga. Big hit from Salters on the boards. Nottingham finishing their hits and finishing them well. Good work from Norton. Gloves the puck down and shoots. Netminder makes the save.
Lee Salters is there, and the kid immediately turns his back and says, I wasn't doing anything. To be honest, the 2 guys from Latvia with the high elbows that are having the early shower are a little bit fortunate. They're fortunate it was Bob Wren and Matt Ryan, because they could have got into a tangle with
Henley, Salters.
Murray.
Yeah.
And last time around in the Continental Cup, there were a couple of likely lads as well. That I didn't mind. I hate blind backhand passes, but that was a cheeky one from Matt Francis. That could have come off.
And it nearly worked. Anderson back into his own zone.
15 minutes gone. Panthers lead by that short-handed goal scored wonderfully by Matt Francis. Then we've had the scrap, which involved Matt Ryan and Bob Wren both getting sent off.
To be fair, I talked so much about what was coming next. We never talked about the fights, but I'd say a win for Panthers both times as well.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even unanimous. Technical knockouts.
Riga coming forward, right-hand side.
Offside.
Into the offensive zone. Lovely skills. Oh, takes a deflection out in front. But that was Kermit with some great skills. Now Capraro goes towards the net. Netminder pokes it away. Riga will come out the defensive zone for them. That skillful number 21. Kermit again. Murray takes advantage of a slip. Goes right-hand side. Just slips it forward. Strength from Benedict. Benedict, man arriving. It's a rebound. And David Clark scores on the rebound. Capraro shot. It was saved. But there was Clark to score again. Great tournament for Clark. Panthers 2, Riga 0.
Vim and energy from the GMB Panthers. They turned scrambling defence into instant attack. And it was the captain that latched onto it in the end. But look at the plays and the effort put in by everyone in the ice, not least Brandon Benedict. 16:03 gone, and Panthers double their lead. They lead Riga by 2-0. Another step towards the mountains of Italy.
David Clark scores the goal. Capraro with an assist. And Benedict with the other one. Weaver does the job and holds his man up on the boards to free it up for Salters. Salters comes away from his man, but quick bit of defensive work there for Kondrats, and it enables Riga to come forward.
Ozelin's there, turned away from Chris Murray, threw up the snow. Chris Murray has earned a reputation already in this game, and some of the white-shirted players see him coming with the big number 20 on his back, and they're thinking, okay, I'm going to throw the puck in.
Massive, massive hit on the boards there. I think, no, the referee's not caught it. No, he has. Salters with a massive hit, but the ref...
There's no call.
Oh, no call. It was a big hit from Salters, and I only caught it at the corner of my eye. But the guy went flying.
Chris, you'll have to calm down. That was what we call a clean hit.
I thought by Salters' reaction
The big guy on defence, on left defence, looked over and thought, I better get involved here. Took a few strides towards Lee Salters and thought, I better not get involved here. Sorry, turns it into the corner. Francis lets it run. Lakovic tees it up for Franny.
I'm sure those hits got penalised before. Francis, lovely, comes away from his man. Oh, just wide. Great
Francis
skills.
has been on fire in this tournament. On fire, son.
Oh, just a bit. He has been phenomenal. He said in the post-match interview he got lucky with his penalty shot. I thought it was pretty clever.
Look at the way they're cycling the puck in the corner now. The
brilliant.
Riga team are chasing shadows. They're not worrying about the full bin now.
It's brilliant. Sorry with the shot. Henley, left-hand side. Picked up by Lakovic. Lakovic.
Henley's hurt. He's
held.
gone to the bench.
He's going straight
He's going
down.
straight down. Physio's going with him. The little guy came right underneath him.
Riga into the offensive zone, and a glove of Kowalski is enough. Good news is he's not gone to the room at the moment. Scott Pounder attending to him in the corridor.
One or two of the late hits coming in after the puck's been cleared from the team in white now have got their arms down.
Another massive hit on the boards. This time Caprero. Lee on the blue line. Through traffic. Oh, he's seen something, hasn't he? Ref blows his whistle three
whistles.
times just to make sure. A slash by Clark. Benedict. Looks like Benedict's going to the box.
Slashing's the call against the GMB Panthers.
It's by Clark.
Brandon Benedict is saying, really? Are you really calling that after all of that stuff you've been letting go? 18:24 gone. Panthers on penalty kill duty for the next 2 minutes and into the start of period 2. But they do lead by 2 against Riga with a place in the third round. A goal we've never reached before on the menu for the winners of today's Sunday Showdown competition.
Put your hands together, make some noise.
Riga win that face-off. So Nottingham have 90 seconds left to kill a penalty. Lee will try and clear. But Riga get things moving now. Shot from the blue line is saved by Kowalski.
And the 3 white-shirted Riga players did not go in on the keeper anymore.
They've learned their lesson.
They've been taught some manners.
They've learned their lesson. 75 seconds to go, period 1. Nottingham 2, Riga from Latvia 0. Gonna see
Brandon Benedict make that call. The guy jumped in long before the puck was dropped. He shouted. Linesman Lee Young at the back post agreed with Brandon Benedict. And the referee is saying to Brandon Benedict now, let us referee it. You know, they were in the wrong. We're on penalty kill duty with a face-off in our end.
that's delay of the game, I think. Yeah, he's gonna go.
2 minutes for putting it over the glass. So Panthers now have 93 seconds of 5-on-3 power play to kill. The day at the office just got a little bit worse, but it's a proper game of hockey, and it's an East versus West proper game of hockey.
Wow. Riga have a great chance to get back into this game, to cut the deficit to 1. They'll have 1:08 to end the period. If they don't score in that, they'll have a few more seconds at the start. Clear it, Matt Francis. In fact, no, hold on to it. You know the game way better than me. And that is brilliant.
Brent Henley's still getting treatment. He's not gone to the locker room yet. I can still see him down the tunnel. With 50 seconds to go on the period, though, he might as well go and sit on the physio couch.
Yeah, why not? So Riga, another 40 seconds. 2-man advantage. So much room on the ice. Shot from right side. Great save, Kowalski. And Riga again. Have it behind the net. Short passes behind the net. Surely it's going to come out in front. It does come to left side. Oh, side netting. Shot came in there from Kermis. It just brushed the side netting. Kermis wants it back. It's going to come to right point. And the goal has been scored. And it's from Sixner. And it was inevitable, really, that they would score on one of their power plays. The power play pressure told. A 5-on-3 power play goal with 15:4 to go in period 1. It's 2-1.
Riga knocked it around, they made some room, they opened up the shots, there was some nice interplay passing. They've done that at training over and over again. They're well drilled, good hard low shot to break the shutout for Craig Kowalski. But let's not lose sight of the fact that they needed a 2-man advantage to get their goal on the board with 15.4 seconds to go in the first period.
Final few seconds then. This period's going to come to a close with the scoreline at 2-1. And Nottingham can be very proud of their first period efforts, Gary.
It's Sunday showdown time, it's been fur and feathers time, it's been proper hockey, as we've said, it's been East versus West proper hockey. 2 guys from each side have been thrown out, Wren and Ryan from Nottingham, but Panthers have 2 goals. Franny's short-handed, and then David Clark scoring as well. So the Panthers lead by 2-1, and the boys can go to the locker room proud of what they've done so far, but knowing there's a long way to go yet.
Someone's going to go home with north of 462 pounds.
The news from the locker room is that Brent Henley has turned his ankle. He's trying to walk it off, but he's smashing a stick against the wall in the corridor now. And I think he's frustrated he can't take any further part in this game. Poundle's been trying to keep him going. That's the team physio, Scott Poundle. But I think he may be done. He's just been telling me literally moments ago from the other side of the ring that he was going to try and keep Brent Henley going. He didn't take the boot off, because if he takes the boot off, it's going to swell up and it'll be done.
It could be one of those, I guess, that get through the game and see what happens afterwards.
It's just the way he smashed his stick and walked down there and gone left. I don't see him coming back. I think it's given.
Who's this who's just come back?
He's gone past the entrance now, out of sight of our viewers, and under towards the locker room. And there's still no sign of Poundle. So I think the boot's coming off and the ice is going on.
That's what, down to 9 forward and 5 D? Yeah.
I told you it was good old-fashioned hockey.
It is, isn't it? Wow. Well, Nottingham have killed the penalty. They've killed the 5-on-4. Oh, giveaway. Caprero. Caprero goes right side. Oh, looks for loins and just flashes across the crease. Benedict. Battle in the corner, which, well, the puck in the end comes out from that corner. Give away, Caprero, move on the netminder. Pads went down. Benedict again. Caprero now.
Good job by the keeper. He slammed everything shut that could have possibly been open for Caprero.
Yeah. Oh, Clark nearly takes the referee out.
Yeah, I've just had confirmation from Poundle. He's out. It was no good. When he came back, tried to walk on it. Didn't have any strength in it. He was done. Smashed his stick on the wall and hobbled to the locker room, take the skate off, wrap it in ice. I think he wanted to be there in case it kicked off again, and he was frustrated. 2 guys involved in the Strauss first period, nothing wrong with them. Andy French, who's sitting directly above it, thought Bob Wren, I think he said Bob Wren, looked like the guy from Labia had his fingers into him like he was holding a face mask, like it was a clawing motion. He was frightened there'd been a bit of gouging, but again, the news from our medics is there was no evidence of such. No one's mentioned it. No one said so out loud. But Panthers lead by 2-1. We're over a minute into the second period of this one.
And we're 5-on-5. I think Panthers are going to have to stay out of the box to keep their lead at the moment. I've just spoken to a few fans in the break. They're saying it's the best period they've seen in a long, long time. Had a bit of everything, because those same fans have been crying out for a fight at home. I think we've not had one this season, a couple on the road maybe, and they got 2 for the price of 1 there, and it was great. Had a bit of everything, feistiness, some great goals, Adam Goodrich throws his arms off, calling for a penalty on the boards. And every
Well, he
player
had every
seems to
right.
be-
He was.
yeah,
Lynn Loynes was double teamed.
every player seemed to be at that far side. There was just two in the right-hand corner. Stevie Lee has it. Lakovic touches it on. Francis wins it. Oh, Francis has been so good. Comes around. Wouldn't surprise you if he's going to take it all around all of them. Norton. Lee. For Lakovic. Offside. Probably just.
I think Johnny Weaver's had a great weekend as well. His experience has come to the fore. He's read the game well. He had a bad game, didn't he, on Friday? Came good yesterday. He's had a good period today. We've got a centre ice face off. 17-11 to go, second period. Panthers still with their noses in front. I think this is going to be a tight game for the duration, regardless of how short our bench now is.
Reminds you a bit of Amiens, doesn't it? I mean, there they were injury after injury after injury. Just with Craig had thrown out of one of the games here. Only one injury and two thrown out, but it's a short bench side. Latvia have slightly bigger bench, I think, by a couple maybe.
Oh, they got the whole works, but
Yeah.
whether they're all experienced players or not remains to be seen. You have to think the two guys that have been thrown out are two of their more experienced players.
Well, was one not the captain, I think? I'll need to
Yeah, one was
clarify
the
that.
captain, Bergovs.
.3:30 gone in the period. Nottingham still 2-1 ahead. Caprero. That's offside at the other end.
Yeah, Caprero couldn't get it out from under his feet. It
Coach
was
is
like-
furious down here. Sorry, Gary. Coach just gave a right rollicking to one of his players.
Yeah. I was just going to say, the puck was lost in the feet of Caprero. It was like watching a mini Bruce Graham from last year. The one place Bruce Graham did not want the puck was in his feet because he was 6'7" tall. Chris Caprero should have that problem. He's the other way round.
Yes.
3'6".
Weaver behind his netminder Kowalski. And Nottingham will come forward. Caprero is to the left. Clark right. Just can't get it under control. So Riga have it.
Weaver's hoping for a better weekend than his football team. He's a Sunderland fan, being a Mackem.
Not been easy for them this year.
I
has it?
believe they got beat 4-0 with the new manager having promised to feed the cat.
Hang on, as a Middlesbrough fan, can you be bragging really, or?
I hate Sunderland as a Middlesbrough fan. Absolutely hate them. That's the one team. Can't stand them.
Benedict works hard in the offensive zone.
I mustn't sit on the fence like that in the future, but no, I don't like. But I mean, I've got no room to talk. Middlesbrough got beat by bottom of the table Barnsley this weekend.
Yeah, Forest led in a last-minute goal against Bournemouth. Nearly 5 minutes gone, period 2. Backhand shot, dealt with easily by Kowalski.
No, inexperience from Jonathan Boxall there. He didn't get it out. Now Mick Anderson's blind backhand pass has given it away. Panthers get lucky, and Salters brings it forward down the left wing.
Boxall drives to the net, does he? When he goes just to the left, Salters has to go all the way from the left side to the right side. And then it's picked up centre ice by Kermis. Into the corner goes Sarkanis. There's a big hit on the boards by Salters, and another one. Managed to flatten two, and Salters flattens one, he flattens another. The ref calls it.
Second one was facing away, so the ref's going to call him for something.
I mean, Salters says he dived. I'm not sure he did, but what he did do, the guy got up and did cross-check Salters in the back. But he's going to go
Signalled it roughing.
for roughing. He said
Well,
roughing.
that's what its signal was. 25-22 gone. Lee Salters sits down for two. So Panthers clinging to their lead now. Penalty kill's been doing well so far. The only goal against was a double man advantage.
5-on-4 then for Riga. 5:30 gone in the second period. Riga working it on the right-hand side at the moment. Just moving it around there, 5 men. Not got an opening, not got a shooting lane at the moment to get that shot on net. Panthers setting their penalty kill well at the moment. Already 30 seconds have been eaten up. Shot comes in and Murray saves. He just gets his body in the way.
Shot blocking from Chris Murray.
And Kowalski makes the save, and that's good. And Nottingham can break with Lakovic. Lakovic will hold on to the play. Goes one way, goes the other. Tries to go another way. Does enough to find Francis behind the net. And Nottingham have nearly eaten up a minute. Francis, does well just to put his man off, I thought, but then doesn't win that race by getting the puck. Thought he was going to steal it off him. Riga has it. Again, Nottingham working hard to close down those shooting lanes. 50 seconds of the 5-on-4. Pad save Kowalski.
Came through traffic and the mattress got down in time. Good save by Kowalski.
And dealt with it into the corner as well. Riga fans making lots of noise. They could have the Hague fans with them as well, I don't know. And the shot comes in, hits the side netting. 30 seconds to go. Panthers fans respond with noise of their own. Shot comes in. All the way into the defensive zone.
Great atmosphere.
That's icing. 13 seconds to go in the power play. 12:51 to go period. 2-1 Nottingham.
Just a little incident there way behind the plate. Whistle had gone. Riga plays, skates round, but makes sure the blade of his stick is in Anderson's face. So Anderson lifts the stick up in the air. Blade doesn't want anything to do with it. He's not tough. He's just cheap.
13 seconds to go. Nottingham have a face-off in the offensive zone. Lynn Loynes wins it. Weaver.
Riga plays, lost his stick.
He's going to go and get it changed. In fact, it's going to be taken off and replaced. Good strong skills there from Loynes. 5-on-5. Salters comes right out of the box. Massive mid-ice hit. Weaver wins it. Loynes, can he see? Salters, no he didn't. Salters behind the net. Loynes might be seeing a penalty on a Riga player for a high stick. And
But we had the puck. He blew the whistle when we had the puck. Did he not?
He did, I think.
I'm so wrapped up in it, I might be seeing it through my very, very black and gold tinted glasses today.
Well, why not? You're the GM of the club. Five-on-5 hockey then. Oh no, it's not. It's 5-on-4. Panthers on the power play. 12
Great
minutes
work by
to go.
John Weaver on that last shift. He kept it in. A little bit of stick puck magic there. And it led to the pressure, which led to the power play.
Clark, great work from him. Oh, lovely move in front of the net. It was Caprero.
He's got a lovely toe curl and drag, hasn't he?
Oh, wasn't it? Weaver now, left-hand side. Benedict. That's tripping, is it not? Maybe he fell over. Weaver, left-hand side, again. Caprero. Weaver will keep it in, right-hand side now. Shot towards traffic, and through that traffic, Benedict touches it.
Benedict's tip went just past the post. Weaver's got another chance to set things going from right point.
Clark on the doorstep, and the save is made.
And Clark turns to the referee and says, is he really allowed to cross-check me in the back? And the referee stares vacantly ahead. I know we can't see his face from here, but I know he's got a vacant expression.
11:11 to go, period 2. Gary Moran does that expression. Face-off win, Francis. Good win from Francis. Murray, rebound on the doorstep for Salters, and the netminder closes
look where
the door.
Riga's player's stick is. The stick is round his neck. It's round his neck. Absolutely diabolical play by 23 for Riga, and the referee is 4, 5, 6 feet away from it, looking at it, doesn't see anything wrong with that. And when you don't call the dangerous cheap high sticks and elbows, the players will police it themselves.
And that, you might have another situation like we had in the first period. He's got to get a hold of those. They stopped, didn't they, for the back end of this first period? They're happening again now. Panthers on the power play, 30 more seconds. Murray goes behind the net, comes out in front. Francis left hash marks. Francis goes towards the net, takes a shot, and he says it takes a deflection off a Latvian player, so offensive zone face-off.
I haven't seen it hit the netting yet. I saw it hit the glass and loop up in the air, but I didn't see it catch the net on the way down. 26 seconds of man advantage. Panthers have done well. Chris Murray went on a right cruise control mission there, didn't he?
Didn't he?
Search and destroy. Just didn't find anything to hit the destroy button on.
Loins wins the face-off. Lakovic and Francis. That one's iced. Power play will soon be over. Nottingham might get one attack. The Riga fans are singing.
Well, that's hooking. Hooking, interference.
Into the offensive zone comes Francis. Francis shoots! Just wide, but his confidence is high, and why wouldn't it be? Lakovic. Backhand for Francis, who
Just rolled on its end.
Yeah.
It just rolled on its end, and that meant like a wheel it rolled up the curb, which was being made by Franny's stick.
halfway through the game, 9:50 to go. 2-1 Nottingham. The GMB Panthers 2, Riga 1. Clark into the offensive zone now. Clark, Caprero. Oh, Clark for the one-timer, but Norton with the one-timer. And that one deflects up. And now with Stevie Lee off the left boards. It's going to go all the way into the offensive zone of Riga's icing cord. 9:14 to go.
Just past the halfway mark. It's been a thoroughly entertaining game. I don't like to say it again, but it's East meets West. Boys don't get on. We don't like them. And I have to say, I wish I could play. I wish I could play for the Panthers in this, because those noisy neighbours from Latvia that made our life not hell but miserable for a while until I had serious words, along with my cousin, Mr. Bat, first name baseball, were Latvian. So I don't like them on a personal level, and I don't like them on a hockey level right now.
Just over 9 minutes to go. Period 2. Linesman calls that offside.
He's guessing.
Nottingham had the lead here. Matt Francis. David Clark got the second goal. But the goal back was from Edgars. 6-0. All goals coming in the first period, but Riga's coming under 5-on-3. Lakovic does well. Sorry for Francis. And Francis will step out in front. Oh, it takes a deflection.
What about with the whack with the stick?
Weaver looks for the wraparound. Sorry drives the net. Well, now they go in high on Zari. .8:42 to go, period 2.
Both benches are quite up for it. Lots of excitement. Lots of animation on the benches. Riga looking for an equaliser. Panthers looking to restore the 2-goal cushion.
Norton. Boxhill. It's a rung around the boards, and Panthers will chase in after it. Salters tries to complete its hit, but the Riga man had moved. Great atmosphere in the NIC. Just over 8 minutes to go in period 2. It's a 1-goal scoreline. Again, Soltis completes his hit. Icing's waved away. Kowalski goes and gets the puck behind his net. Glove down by Benedict, and Nottingham can come with Boxall. Left-hand side.
Sometimes I think Jonathan Boxall's too honest a young hockey player, because he tries to break through challenges that others would just throw themselves down on the ice, like one of those soft soccer players that does a Franny Lee looking for a penalty. You might not be able to remember Franny
But
Lee.
I know who he is. I didn't see him play.
He could dive in the centre circle and land in the penalty box, and 9 times out of 10 get a penalty out of it.
Benedict. Door is closed. Anderson drove the net. Penalties coming in here. No. Oh, yeah, it is. Anderson for a slash, I think.
So it's okay to hook a ride on the back of the lad, but if he gives you a whack back to say don't do that, you're in trouble.
Nottingham have another penalty to kill. I wanted them to stay out of the box.
Big kill this one. We've had a lot of big kills already. As tiredness wears in, legs, the tempo's just dropped a notch.
Yes. But of course it would. Well, that's ice by Nottingham.
2 for flinching, the entire left-hand side of the Riga bench. 2 for flinching. Don't panic when that puck came towards them.
Riga nearly put it in their own net there. 7 minutes to go in the second period. Riga can break. It's 2 men at speed into the offensive zone. They want a penalty there. Ref's whistle stays out of his mouth.
That was far more of a penalty than the one he's already given.
It probably was. And the whistles come in from the Riga fans. And they have it. Left-hand side, Stevie Lee, the man, having to do the defensive duties. Does well, makes his man go one end of the ice to the other. Eats up more time, halfway through the penalty. Picked up by Fiskis, out in front, it's loose. Someone
Francis
got a touch.
put the stick in. Francis swept it away. Just when the guy was going to pull the trigger and slide it into what was in effect an empty net. And Matt Francis put his stick in and said, I'll have that, thanks.
Great work at one end for Francis to score. Now defensive duties. 6 minutes to go on the clock, period 2. Riga come now, shot. Kowalski saves. 30 seconds under now that to go in the penalty kill for Nottingham. And Riga have it left-hand side. They're working the wall at the moment. Cisnas, left hash marks. 10 seconds on that Anderson penalty. Comes to the blue line, but through the player's legs, and Clark. Well, that's a penalty, isn't it?
No, of course it isn't. He's not wearing a white shirt.
The Panthers kill that penalty with relative ease. I don't really think there was a shot on goal.
Well, the coach from Latvia should be sacked for not coming up with a power play that resulted in a shot on goal.
Well, I don't think it did it? We got to credit Nottingham. Penalty kill's been aggressive. It was good. Kowalski was out of position momentarily, and he's got back and got away with it.
He did get away with it there because the player did read well what was happening, get to it and try the snapshot.
Oh, given away to Boxall, but the D-man jumps in, and good work from Norton. Great work from Norton. Really good work. He never really had it under control, but he did what he had to do. Do we have player of the tournament?
No, just the player of the match at the end of this one. It's Matt Francis by a mile.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But Tom Norton deserves a very special mention.
He can have young player of the tournament.
There you go. Our votes are in. Lakovic off the backboards. Francis. wins it centre ice. Netminder deals with it just behind the net. Lee off the boards for Lakovic, comes away from his man, tries to dangle him, and probably too many times in the end. And Lee looking for Francis. Hustle and bustle on the left boards. 3:40 to go. This period has zoomed by. A loud chant of "We're Nottingham Panthers" echoes around the NIC. Hit by Lee on the boards.
Oh no, bad play, bad choice.
That was Lakovic, was it, on the backhand, I think. One of the few things he's done wrong all weekend. Sorry. Had a good weekend too, Lako. Got away with it though.
Well, I don't think many had a good Friday night.
Well, no, I'm not counting that, no.
But
From
the last
Friday
five
onwards.
periods, been good. Could be exactly what Panthers need for the rest of the season, this game as well.
Well, absolutely, yeah. Murray, gets it stuck under his skates. Riga can break, right side, glove save, Kowalski, I think. Got something on it. But Riga still have it. 2:45 to go in the second period. 2-1 GMB Panthers lead. It's Weaver battling in the corner. And Murray and Clark just kind of sticks his skate out and does enough to get it out of the zone. Benedict hustles and bustles all over the D-man. And then Murray falls over, but manages to keep things moving. Weaver goes into his defensive zone. And then Weaver makes a hit on the boards. 2:10 to go, period 2. Riga, though, have the puck out in front, and
Kowalski made the save.
Did he make the save? I thought he'd put it wide. And again, through
again.
traffic, makes the save.
But for once, this year, despite our tremendous win-to-loss ratio, it's not Kowalski versus the opposition. This is a team effort from the GMB Panthers with 2:02 to go in the second period. All the twos, and Panthers have 2 goals, and they lead by 2-1.
It's been quality last night, and they've had to step it up a level again tonight, especially in terms of the physical side.
Winning the draw is crucial as well, and these Eastern European teams, from the Baltic states like Latvia, their coaches drill them on it. They practice hours and hours on draws and things.
Well, it can
so
be
we've been doing well to keep possession, because if you get possession, you don't have to chase possession.
No, absolutely. And especially in the offensive zone. Salters, left-hand side. Cross the crease.
Tom Norton made the decision to go for the race, the foot race. He didn't quite get there first, but then he followed up well.
Yeah, Boxhill. Francis. Riga will clear down the ice to centre ice. Francis is the man who'll chase after it. Anderson gets it from Kowalski.
Nelson to go, 1:11.
Sorry, lovely pass. Sorry, left side. Takes a few deflections, and Riga will come forward. Lee doesn't win that race, but then he is the man that takes benefit of a loose puck in the defensive zone. Lakovic. He's got 2 men driving. Great pass far side. Shot comes in, and then the rebound, the touch. The deftness of touches from Sari across the crease. Wasn't far away.
Super spell of pressure from the Nottingham Panthers. Super spell of play. Playing with a very high IQ on the hockey front at the moment.
It's just clever hockey, and where they weren't clever Friday, they were clever Saturday, and they've been clever Sunday.
There's only one game plan when you're in the last 30 seconds of a period with a face-off in the opposition zone. Pull the draw, black, shoot on net.
Absolutely. Benedict's going to be the one. You'll trust him in the face-off circle. Is this going for Stevie Lee? No.
Throw on the Riga. I mean, the Riga play completely cheated on it. Don't blame him for trying, but then to think he's going to stay in the draw afterwards, that's not cheeky. That's taking a liberty.
27.6 second period, seconds to go. Benedict does win that face-off. Caprero from the left circle. Murray rings it around the boards. Will Riga get a chance in the final 15 seconds? They break. Big hit from Murray on the boards. And this time it's Stephen Lee.
See, another hit came in there on the side of Murray's head.
Final few seconds. End of the second period. GMB Panthers 2, Riga 1.
Good period from the GMB Panthers, a period of consolidation. They lost 2 guys in the fighting melee, which saw 2 off for Riga as well. But also, Panthers hope Brent Headley was able to continue at the start of the second. That didn't happen. So Panthers have lost 3 key imports since this game started. It's still fur and feathers time, though, and Panthers are 20 minutes away from booking the tickets for a flight to Italy. I've got to be honest with you, I've got water on my hands from my water bottle, and I don't like to touch anything electrical that Steve Wilkinson has patched together when I've got water on my hands. So I'm going to leave it to you for a while. Thank goodness he's not listening.
Or he's ignoring you. Are Nottingham Panthers 1 period away from reaching the 3rd round of the Continental Cup for the first time in their history? We will soon know. Are they going to Italy? To the hills, the mountains in Asiago?
Where you know a very nice restaurant, I'm told.
Yeah. Have I told you that
I
story?
can't remember who told me. Oh, it was you.
6 times. Clark comes away, shoots, deflected. Hit by Clark. Caprero's there. Weaver used his stick to keep it in the zone. Clark goes down, gets up.
Clark was
gingerly.
down there. The player skated past him and made sure his leg pad hit him on the back of the head.
Kowalski at the other hand makes a save.
And the referee asked him.
Anderson. Lee. Anderson. Sorry. Francis will chase. Great noise.
I tell you one thing I've forgotten to put in place this week, and I wished I had now. I thought we might play Rule Britannia in the theme from The Great Escape and stuff like that.
Yeah. Is it too late now? Francis, right-hand side.
I'm going to see if they've got it in the bag.
Yeah. "90 seconds to go, or 90 seconds gone, should I say. Getting carried away there. That one goes into the crowd. It's going to not be delay of the game because it took a deflection.
Well, I've sent a message downstairs to see if we can get some Rule Britannia, the theme
Why
from
not?
The
Let's
Great
be
Escape.
patriotic.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Something Society from the Italian Job.
Okay, yeah.
I've got that at home. I'm not sure it's in the bag.
Okay.
Man, the weight of that bag I have to carry down here every week for him, it's got to have just about every CD ever written.
Boxhill behind the net for Nottingham. But Riga will come forward, right-hand side. Murray does a job.
Murray's having an awesome game tonight.
But Riga work the boards. Norton holds his man up there. Well done, Tom Norton.
Stood on the puck. That's the only reason he lost it.
Shot comes in left side from Boskers. Murray has it again. Well, Murray gets clattered. And Nottingham will just clear it. You feel as though Riga will throw everything now at Nottingham. 2.5 minutes gone already. And that one's touched into the offensive zone there by Kermiz. And then it's picked up by Sevchenko. Pause goes to get the puck, but Nottingham will clear. Means they can do a line change. I think we will see a lot of one-way traffic here, and Nottingham may be on the break. And here is Benedict on a break. He's got Caprero right-hand side, goes left, guided into the left side.
I think Panthers' tactic isn't to try and protect the lead, but it's just to get the puck in deep, as far away from Craig Kowalski as possible. It's near him now, though.
Oh, and
Miss-hit shot, and it was a real skewed save by Craig Kowalski, but so effective.
Yeah, it didn't look pretty, but it didn't matter. Not a TV save, was it, as they call it, but...
He's not going to put it on his highlight reel, is he?
Oh! Now, is that Anderson who gets clattered? Just a clattering of bodies, nothing untoward, but he seems okay. Geez, I'll be lying down crying after I got hit like that. Francis tries to come forward. And he does do so. Nottingham working well with Francis and Sari. Sari's going to keep that in the zone momentarily.
Just needs a bit more strength. Sari, doesn't he? Just needs that little bit more grit.
Yeah.
That's icing. Are we playing icing this period? Yes, we are.
And the Panthers fans make the noise. The Riga fans, they're loud. They're loud. Oh, here we go. Your wish is granted.
Yeah. That's why I'm the GM. I'm not saying it's working, but the fans haven't recognised it yet.
There was one fan waving a Union Jack over in block.
They take about 3 goes, our fans, to catch the gag.
They're probably engrossed in the game, to be fair. Oh, there's a 2-on-1 break. Well, Boxall gets back. Well done, Johnny Boxall. Shot comes in, and Kowalski makes a save, gets a bit of spray in his face, but very calm.
And he got his stick straight between the forward's legs just to slow him down a bit. The guy was trying to knock the stick away, and Boxall just eyeballed him. I don't think the Latvian player was admiring his ginger moustache. I'm not saying he wasn't. I just don't think he was.
Kowalski goes down again and makes the save. 15:29 on that clock. 15 minutes and 29 seconds of hockey stand between Nottingham at the moment and a place in round 3. They're loud, the Latvians. I was in Latvia in February for the Olympic qualifiers. 10,000 Latvians, all of them, most of them from Riga, of course, that's where it was held, and they were loud. Lakovic. Of course, they won and made it through to the Olympics in February, of course, in Sochi.
Where Mr. Dobida...
Oh, yeah, I know what you're going to say. You just beat me to it.
Where
Great
Mr.
line.
Dobida tells me the locker rooms aren't as nice as ours.
Yep, he came into your locker room, didn't he? And he said, these are better than Sochi. That's something, Gary. I think he's been impressed. I've been with him a few times in the box and with Andy French and talking to Andy French, and he's been very impressed with how the tournament was run, and I think that bodes well for the future in terms of Great Britain and such like.
It was one of our goals, wasn't it, to put on a show, to put on an event so that they can think of us as a potential candidate. It was hip to hip, side to side.
Anyway, ignore that.
44-52.
But no, it was, as you said, who knows what it could. You said, I think, on the first day, it could open the door to big things in the future.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I personally want to organise one again, but it would be nice for the country to get one. And if the country's getting it, it might as well come to our world-famous Capital FM Arena.
Time to make some noise for the GMB Panthers!
That'll be some work for off-ice staff, or some work for everyone. 3 games a day, 5 days out of 7. 15 games.
Well, if you go up the scales international-wise, has to be 2 arenas, doesn't it?
Yes.
So
yes.
you'd be talking Nottingham and maybe it's Coventry, but more likely Sheffield.
Yeah, they've got to get to top level. Yeah, they're the 2 below, of course, after the relegation. So got to bounce back at the first attempt in Lithuania in April 1st. But then who knows what might happen after that, the season after 2015. That would be the next chance GB theoretically would have to bid on a tournament.
Well, there's a junior tournament coming up in Dumfries.
2, yeah, 20s in December and 18s in April.
With no senior hockey currently going on in Dumfries, apart from adult amateur, I believe, that's going to be a tough sell, that, to get.
Well, they've held a women's tournament there already, and they get a lot of support from Dumfries and Galloway Council, I know. And
I'm just thinking numbers in the stands.
Yeah, no. I think there has been good interest, to be honest, so far. And I guess the problem is you're never going to fill an NIC building for an under-20s. You've got a chance of doing well for a senior. Anyway, that's to happen in... That's holding, and he's caught it. It'll either go for holding or interference. It doesn't matter which. Holding, that's fine. 14:03 to go, and there's a minute of 4-on-4, just under.
Yeah, 56 seconds of 4-on-4, then Panthers will get a minute and 4 seconds of power play. The other thing you've got is, where hockey is more established, who's going to give up a weekend to stage a junior tournament for GB? It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that's very true. But I do feel GB are on the cusp of hosting a tournament that we've seen under 18s women.
I gather you've been talking to one of the mums there as well.
Oh, I have, yeah.
Yeah, Rachel Hunter.
Yeah,
Rod Stewart's missus.
I had a chat with Rachel Hunter. Basically, Liam Stewart's been picked for GB under 20s, and
is that the first time he's been picked for GB? He's been talked about before.
It's the first time he's been available to play and picked, basically, yeah.
Right.
He got made available a couple of years ago. They'd like to have had him the last tournament, but he was unavailable from his team.
And he plays junior hockey at the moment, and junior means quite adult, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. He plays...
Spokane Chiefs.
Spokane, the highest level of junior hockey in North America. And his mum basically wanted to make sure that when he does come to the UK, he's treated no differently to anyone else. Let's pause because the shot comes in, takes the deflection. His mum basically said he's one of the boys. Obviously he's got famous parents, but he's just one of the boys. And I had a good 10-minute conversation with Rachel Hunter. It was quite surreal. Nottingham coming forward now with Lakovic into the offensive zone. Salters holds on to the play. Backhand shot from Loins, and netminder makes the save.
I think Bobby from Beeson was just saying something like, "You're pathetic, son." Because after every whistle, and Bobby from Beeson's just leaning back, as he's leaning back, the bloke thinks, "Oh, I'm going to have a little dig at you."
Watch Lakovic, haven't we? Developed from this, tiny little kid.
See, the fans recognise the theme from The Great Escape.
Yeah, they latch onto this one. That was, Bob Normark year? That was it, wasn't it? Was that the year you introduced it?
Yeah.
The Newcastle winning?
I've never heard it anywhere else before, but lots of people use it now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the copy does, but it was original at the time. It went around the old stadium. My wife will tell you that story. We played it for the first time, and you saw people saying, I get it, I get it. And it really spread quite quick.
Yeah. Nottingham hadn't won in regulation in the league all year away from home. And you talked about face-offs to win. That was a key face-off. Giveaway. Murray on the blue line. Doesn't have a lane to shoot. A few more seconds of power play for Nottingham.
Yes!
It's in! And Nottingham have scored! And it's Francis, I think, who will get that goal. It took a deflection, but it is Francis' goal. Nottingham 3, Riga 1.
That mountain's looking a little bit closer to the Panthers. We could be going to the hills of Italy in the third round of the Cup. Super play. All came from a giveaway by the Riga defenseman. Lacko kept it in. Panthers fed the front, and then we fed the back of the net. And we lead by 3-1 with 12-12 to go.
What a big goal. What a massive goal for Nottingham. The fans are on their feet. They're doing that dance to the Chelsea dagger. And they can smell the mountains of Italy at the moment. Well, Salter's got the final touch then. I was wrong.
I didn't want to correct you on the recap, but I thought it was Salters with the last one, but it was real tic-tac-toe. I mean, on an earlier play, Chris Murray could have shot, and he tried the drop pass, hard drop pass, just to catch the goalie out of position, but that was a nice move. We were given a gift, we unwrapped it, and then we used it to great effect. Boys are working hard. They've worked hard throughout this one, but there's still 12 miles to go.
Benedict coming forward.
No one's worked harder than Benny, but no one ever does.
No. Night in, night out. Night in, night out. You get the same thing. Oh, and the win of the puck. Oh, and that was close to goal number 4. It was Caprera, wasn't it?
He's getting better with every shift.
Oh, he is. There's room on the left-hand side. Shot's going to come in. Dealt with by Nottingham, but it's still Riga in possession. Again, that shot from left side. Kowalski's got traffic in front of him. Look at
Yunusari's pushing the guy away. He's caught the bug. Good job, Yunusari. Good job by the Panthers. The momentum that's taken us to this 2-goal cushion came from that tremendous penalty kill, and the kill came from a really bad call by the referee. It was blatantly hip on hip, but he hadn't done anything for a while, the ref, so he thought he'd make it interesting.
Will there be any more penalty kills for Nottingham? They scored on their first of the night. Francis short-handed. That was Francis, I got that one right. 11 minutes to go. Loose in front of the net. Kowalski closes the door at least once, maybe twice.
Well, he lost his stick in it, and sometimes I just don't know how he keeps them out. I mean, the guy was virtually in the blue paint when he shot.
And the noise in the arena is loud. It's very loud. Riga coming forward, left-hand side, and Kowalski saves once more. Bit of afters on the boards, but nothing too much to write home about.
I don't think anyone, even from behind a mask, even if he's 6'4", wants to try and stare down Lee Salters. I just hope the guy likes me. You know?
Riga shoot from left side.
The ricochet came off Brandon Benedict's backside.
It did, didn't it?
And it took the sting out of it, which meant it went down. And that's often the hardest thing for a keeper to deal with, when a shot that's coming in at a height of any height suddenly drops down.
Icing given, 10:15 to go, 3-1 Nottingham.
Oh, the bench is getting irritated. Ref goes over. Player's still banging his stick, shaking his arms in the air, you know, flapping his arms. Do you know what? I know how to deal with that. 2-minute misconduct, not 10, 2, then we can have a power play. Have you won the 50-50?
Oh, it's coming. It's next break, I think. See if I can add to my £25 on the lottery.
No, we're on a roll, son. Oh, that went straight over the glass, but he was over the halfway, so there won't be a penalty. Is everybody all right down there?
I think so. Here we go.
We're on a roll. We've got 40 quid winnings between us so far. Are we sharing?
Go on then. I'd have to share. Forget
it's not you.
I was going to say, Audrey won't have it because she bought one after me.
Yeah.
So I was going to say I'd have to share with Audrey because...
Mrs. Moran's not done it.
No.
We knew you were lying. And apart from anything else, Gypsy Boswell last week at Goose Fair didn't talk about lots of money coming my way. Great old bird. No, she's a young bird. Her grandma's great old bird.
Still go to Goose Fair?
We go for a walk round every year.
Yeah.
It gets shorter and shorter because the other clientele are more and more cosmopolitan. and younger, and you know, a bit razzier and dazzier. But we went to see Johnny, Barbecue Unique, because he had his stand there
he's
this
there,
year.
is he? Oh,
Well,
wonderful.
he brought out goose fair sausage.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Full of mushy peas, and he was also selling the Grand Slammer
Oh, brilliant.
there as well. So we popped to see Johnny, had a look round, and then I said, come on, let's go and check out the palmist. I had my palm read when we had our Joe, who was 6 months at the time, and Audrey was expecting the twins, but we didn't know it. We went to Felixstowe. She read my palm. She said, you're going to have 3 kids. We laughed when we came out, and we said, what does she know? We're having 2, and that's it.
Right.
We didn't know at the time we were having twins. So the palmist in Felixstowe was spot on. Everything else she said was pleasant enough. So we had it. I had a palm read. Both hands of my face were red. Gypsy Boswell, lovely girl. She's done most of the cast of Emmerdale from a long time ago. Now she's done me. She doesn't even know who I am. She's not that good. Oh, good feed from David Clark, right to the front. Brandon Benedict came through, kicked it down, snapped the shot away, and then hurried to get it back. Caprero sidesteps, somehow gets it to Clark. Clark has a look, throws it to the corner.
Good shift from them. Very good shift from those boys. 8-10. 8-10 to go in the game. Lee will pick it up off the right boards. Into the offensive zone. Glove save.
Perfect play. We were trying to get some fresh legs on at the back door, take it over, shoot it on target, make out that you're coming for it. Peripheral vision, the keeper will have seen someone on his right as well, so he held on. Panthers not only get a whole line of fresh legs, they get a face-off at the far end of the ice, the furthest end of the ice from Craig Kowalski.
Been outshot in this game. We've not talked about the shots on goal. 25-22 in Riga's favour.
It's just bound to be close, wasn't it?
Always,
The way it's gone, you knew it was going to be close, and proper shots as well.
Thoughts start turning to a man of the match tonight. You got any thoughts at this stage?
I'd give ours to Chris Murray.
Yeah, you said that. Second period even.
Seriously, I'd give it to Chris Murray just for... He's been immense tonight.
Well, again, he's working hard in front of the net. Kowalski goes down, makes the save. He's had to step it up with the loss of Henley, or the D-Corps has. I don't think you'll go far wrong with Murray, Benedict.
I mean, all the boys
Kowalski,
have turned up.
all of them. But who will Corey go for?
I wouldn't go a million miles away from Matt Ryan and Bob Wren for setting the tone. Do you see that there? Tom Norton tapped the kid on the head and said, he's your stick, and he snatched it from him. Petulant. That's what that is. That's Baltic State petulance.
7:30 to go. Nottingham Panthers of Great Britain leading Riga of Latvia 3-1. RGB going to have a representative in the third round of the Continental Cup.
Well, you wouldn't have believed it the way we played on Friday, but the way we played Saturday, you'd believe it, and the way we've played tonight, you'd believe it.
Just step the game up every night, just saving themselves. Sure, they'll still not be happy with Friday, but it's done and dusted. And
unlucky that. Salters played the tip, and it just clipped the Latvians' leg pad and came into neutral ice to give them possession.
Boxhill. Long range shot is dealt with by the netminder. Short shifts at the moment.
Lee Salters isn't a million miles off a man of the match performance as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Salters,
he's just been a presence.
Yeah. So I tell you what, I'm going for Salters. You go for Murray, I'll go for Salters. That's a good call. 6:38 to go.
Steady Eddie Weaves at the back has had a good game as well. Killer's made some saves.
Yeah.
Tom Norton, young player of the game. David Clark has led by example. Caprero's got better as the game's gone on.
You've almost
Sorry.
been, Sorry's been
just tried to do his best and had to carry some, pull on the rope for us, carry the load. So's Boxhill.
I think you've almost been through them all.
Lacko's had a good game.
Yep.
Franny's been awesome all weekend. He's letting stuff go now.
Well, as long as it stays that way for both sides. Riga have 6 minutes and 15 to find 2 goals. Into the offensive zone they come now. And that is going to be a tripping penalty. I don't think we can argue with that one. Probably not the worst penalty to take.
Well, it's a big kill though.
Yeah.
6:05 to go. Panthers get out of this, get their captain back. They've only got 4 minutes left to score 2 goals.
If they can kill that, Nottingham.
I'll be surprised if Riga don't take their time
Well,
out.
there you go. You caught it. Now or never for them, really. Someone like Chris McSorley would pull the netminder down as well, wouldn't he? That would be a trick that Chris McSorley would do.
Yeah, and you know what? I like stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
You
goofy.
know?
It's good.
I mean, on the domestic front yesterday, there was a 5-3 game in the Cup. Where was it? Coventry versus Cardiff. Cardiff won at Coventry 5-3.
Yeah.
Cardiff's 5 goals were 3 power plays, an empty net and a short-handed.
Right.
And Coventry's 3 goals were power play from the same guy. There's something wrong there. There was no even-handed anything.
Time to bring the extra men on the ice, Nottingham. Time to bring it home with the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Come on, put your hands together.
Big kill, 6:05 to go. Panthers looking to go to Italy. Continental Cup against Riga from Latvia.
So the power play for Riga. And he's pulled his netminder. He's pulled his netminder. What a call. What a big moment in the game. Is it Chris McSorley on that bench? I cannot believe we've called that.
Oh, it's not Chris McSorley.
It's not,
He's,
obviously,
he's
but-
nothing like as mad dog as Chris McSorley.
But what a brave play. Is it going to
Shoot
reap
it.
dividends? Man in the crease.
Man in the crease, but we had the puck.
Well, but we're going to come out of the zone, aren't we? So
Yeah,
that
but
was
we
your-
had the puck and there was an empty net.
No, of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
Dreadful call. That's the second time he has penalised the Panthers. We had that set to his Salters earlier in the game, and suddenly the face-off came to our end. Now he's blown for a man in the crease, and we had the puck. Keeper's gone back in.
It won't be for long, though. Well, unless Nottingham get possession. This netminder is going the minute that puck goes in the offensive zone.
He's waving his finger at him saying, no, not
Oh,
this
he's
time.
not now. Okay. He's tried that play once. Interesting. Didn't work. Let's keep an eye on it. Wonder what makes it. Oh,
He's
now
gone
he's
now.
gone. Nottingham have an empty net with over 5 minutes to go. Not heard of something like that for a long time. The Latvians have 3 extra skaters. No, 2 extra skaters. Getting carried away. Nottingham need to find a way to get that puck away. Oh, that's got to be a penalty against Riga. Anderson goes down. It's going to be even now. And we are going to see the netminder back in. Panthers will have the face-off in the offensive zone. And the netminder going ploy has not worked so far. He's going to have to do it again just to get a man advantage situation. 4:53 to go. 3-1. Who is it?
Corey doesn't want to make the call, so they just rang me. It's Chris Murray.
There you go then.
You've got no hope of picking it.
Weaver blocked. So we are 4-on-4. Weaver again.
Out of that incident, he called holding the stick.
Is that what he said? I can't even hear. So engrossed in the game. Holding the stick, well, doesn't matter what it is. Weaver finishes his hit on the boards.
And gives him a shove afterwards, and another one there.
Don't think the netminder's going to go for a short while.
All that came because Weaver's so good at fishing with that stick. He's such an experienced pro. It put the guy off. The pass was going to point, but it wasn't quite on target. Guy couldn't keep it in. Panthers have relieved some pressure. And in 8 seconds, they go to the power play.
For 1 minute and 11 seconds. Riga coming forward. The linesman's been taken out. I think he's
2 on
okay.
1.
Break into the offensive zone. Clark's there. The save is made. The pass.
Did nothing wrong. Nobody did anything wrong. Pass from Salter was good. It was just behind Clark. Clark swept it on target hard. Keeper tracked it across, made the save. Wasn't sure he'd got it. It was still jammed under his pad. We could see the edge of the puck. Referee blew. Great passage of play. Nobody scored. Nobody lost the game on that play.
3:53. 3 minutes and 53 seconds stand between Nottingham and Asiago in Italy in November. Benedict to Clark. Clark shoots. Save is made.
Good pressure from the G&B Panthers. Good power play. Our power play's been as good as anybody's.
Going into today's game, it was 50%.
Yeah, but what I mean is it's so well drilled. It's looked as good as anyone.
Oh, absolutely.
You talk about these guys that go on the ice 2-3 times a day sometimes and just work on power play for long spells. The Spaniards was very naive, their approach to ice hockey. But the Hague get a lot of time as well. But our power play was as good as these guys.
Absolutely.
Technically.
40 seconds to go. A lot of credit for that's got to go to the coaching staff for sure.
Well, that's who I'm directing it at. The players have been doing as they're told. Salter's looking for the tip there. He practices that at practice as well, you know. And he invariably gets a little tip on the puck. They obviously haven't got a goalie behind you, but it's all just that hand-eye coordination stuff. And the boys throw the shots at full tilt, and he just stands there like a rock and tries to get the blade of the stick on it. Caparro's hurt. He's been sticked.
Yeah. He might not have much more ice time. I don't think it'll be long before the Riga netminder goes again. They've not got... Well, they've got 5 seconds till they go on the power play, so might not be long after that. Sorry, 5 seconds till they go 5 on 5. Kowalski deals with a shot from right side. 2:52, Gary.
Yeah, Caparro's still holding his hand. I think he got a chop on the hand, on the glove. I think he's going to be all right. 2:52 to go. Panthers looking to reach the third round of the Continental Cup, to be held in Italy at Asiago for the first time in the club's history. It's a history that saw the boys win the cup for a 4th time in a row last year. A history that saw us win the playoffs again last year. 3rd year in a row?
Yep.
And then it was the first time since 1956. The year I was born, the Panthers have won the Elite League title. And that Elite League title has led us to this competition here. 6 games over 3 days, and it's all coming down to the last 2.5 minutes.
And Riga come forward. Netminder's not looking at the bench yet. The bench not looking at the netminder. Time's running out for Riga. But there's a man loose and a puck loose.
Man of the match. Chris Murray got it away.
Well done, Chris Murray. Good call.
I had a blonde moment there. I couldn't remember his Christian name.
Great work from...
I should have just called him the Mint.
Well, I keep wanting to call Matt Ryan, Billy Ryan, and I have to think about that. 2 minutes to go.
And I've got the name Richard Boxhill on my mind.
Where's
And
where's
I don't
that
know who he plays for.
Kowalski has to go down and cover the puck.
Safety
153.
first, no risk. We're in the last 2 minutes of the game. Panthers are 2 goals to the good and heading for Italy as it speaks. I'll be ringing the travel agent on the way downstairs to say, confirm the booking, we're going to the hills.
I think my mum and dad are racing home. They said, we're not meeting you afterwards, we're going to book flights, they said. They've already booked the hotels. They were confident. 1:53 to go. Still the netminder doesn't go. He's got to go on this attack. It's all or nothing. You might as well go for it. Did it earlier with the power play. He's looked. He's looked again. Coach not interested yet. Maybe when they get it in the zone. Still not going. Anderson. Nottingham coming forward. The G&B Panthers with Clark. Right-hand side. Rings it around the boards. Salters. Oh, he can't pick it up.
He just let it flow because he knew it was going to go all the way back to Panthers' safety zone. And then they play it back to him and he'd tip it forward. There wouldn't be an icing whistle.
What's that for now?
Too many men.
on Nottingham. Oh,
No, I don't think it's gone for icing, and they're just changing personnel. It is hard to follow sometimes. "74 seconds to go, Chris, and there's no feeling like winning with the Panthers. No feeling better than this. Winning with the Panthers, doing something that the Panthers haven't done before. Look at 92 on Chris Murray.
no, it's been a special 2013, hasn't it? A cup win, a playoff win, a league title win, and now a place in a European tournament where Panthers have never been before. To be fair, not many UK clubs have in the Elite League era. Sheffield, Belfast, I think that's it. 1:10 to go.
I think they might have dropped in, though, as well, one of them.
Yeah, you're probably right. In fact, you might be right. I don't think anyone started at second and gone to third. Could be wrong. Loose in front of Kowalski's net, and there's all sorts of chopping going on.
And given the nature of this game, where was the whistle from the referee? He'd lost sight of that puck 5 seconds before he blew the whistle. I don't want to end on a sour note for the referee, but that's shocking. Shocking. Because who knows what that could have sparked in the last few seconds of the
Well,
game.
exactly.
World famous Council FM Arena in the Continental Cup. Come on, Nottingham, put your hands together. Let's bring it home.
A lot of noise in the NIC, as I'll let you listen to.
I don't think the last 55.5 seconds are going to spoil what's been a fantastic weekend for the GMB Panthers. A weekend the fans can be proud of, a weekend the coaches can be proud of after they turn things around from Friday, and a weekend the players can very much be proud of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Francis, can he put the icing on the cake? Francis shoots just wide. You would have bet on him scoring. It wasn't far away.
When he takes 8 inches off the height on those shots, the teams are in trouble in the Elite League.
Absolutely. Final 30 seconds. Clock is ticking down. Riga coming forward. Netminder's not going. I think the Latvians have given up. I think they know the writing's on the wall. And Nottingham are about to create some history for themselves and book a place in the third round of the Continental Cup. The fans are on their feet. The bench is on their feet. The National Ice Centre stands to applaud their heroes. Nottingham are going to Asiago. Panthers 3, Riga 1.
To Italy, the GMB Panthers progress in the Continental Cup.
Super performance, old-fashioned hockey, proper hockey, fur and feathers, East versus West. It got rough at times, the Panthers won that. It got skillful at times, the Panthers did that. Panthers have muscled and played their way through to a place in the history books. Third round in Italy, we're going to the mountains.
for Riga goes to number 96, Maris Vichkevis. And the award for the Panthers goes to number 20, Chris Murray. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto the ice, representing the International Ice Hockey Federation, ice hockey's world ruling body. We've got the director of the tournament, Mr. Hans Domida. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hans Domida. We will now have the IIHF anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Continental Cup second round event here at the world famous Continental FM Arena. The GMB Nottingham Panthers